I'm not sure if y'all been paying attention to the rumors, but Kyrie Irving is this close to inking a deal with either Puma or SIA Collective. Hey, what up, y'all? Welcome back to the Runaway Slave Project. Now, I understand that this is not the kind of content that you guys are used to seeing on this channel. Normally, we're talking about financial freedom, but it is my belief that you can never become financially free until you first become mentally free. And that's what this video is about, because free thought is under attack. And why am I pushing so hard for Kyrie to go to Puma? Well, I could be biased, but Puma is my favorite shoe brand. Everybody who knows me know I wear Yeezys because I'm a huge Kanye supporter. I don't know what that boy got going on right now with all this, newfound love for Hitler, but I'm gonna stick beside him. and my other shoe brand of choice is Puma. I love the Puma brand. I mean, these are some of my this is my favorite shoe. I wear this shoe all the time in all colors. So I'm a huge fan of Puma. I don't wear, what everybody else is wearing. Everybody's wearing Air Force Ones or Jordan Ones. I'm not a fan of those shoes. I like my Pumas, and that's what I stick with. So, and the reason why I say he's probably gonna go to Puma is because where else is he gonna go? Under Armour, don't get me wrong, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter to ever pick up a basketball. But when was the last time you seen somebody go into the shoe store and say, hey, give me a pair of them Steph Currys in a 9? Never. Same thing with New Balance. You've never seen anybody say, hey, man, I just picked up a pair of them Kawhi Leonards the other day. Never. So who else is he going to go to? Adidas? I mean, they just did the Kanye West what Nike's doing to him right now, so that's out the question. The only other option is probably Puma. And the reason why I say that is because, well, Jay-Z is the creative director of basketball operations over at Puma. And can somebody tell Jay-Z, I need a brand deal with Paper Planes. I'm tired of giving y'all free advertising. I'm going to need a little kickback. And he's also very heavily tied in with the ownership team over in Brooklyn. So there is another company that's interested in Kyrie, and I think he's showing interest in them as well, and that's going to be SIA Collective. And you've probably never heard of this company before, but the creator of this company did an interview with the Breakfast Club several years ago, and ever since then, I've been following that company. I love the stuff that they do. The creativity level is second to none. It's black owned, but it's a smaller operation, and I love it, man. I've actually been trying to get my hand on a pair of those. Hey, I need a pair of these vultures in a 9. Delvin Carter, who's the owner of this company, he's been posting all over social media, how he's had a meeting with Kyrie's team, and even Kyrie Irving mentioned this company in a press conference. And he's looking for not only creative freedom, but he's also looking for ownership. I think that he won't be able to get that over at Puma. But SIA Collective, I'm almost certain he can go in and say, hey, I don't need a big contract, but I do need equity in the company. So he will have that opportunity to gain some equity, gain ownership, and have creative control over, over his design. So it just makes sense. So just to give you guys a little bit of context behind this whole story, Kyrie Irving recently retweeted a link to a documentary called From Hebrews to Negroes, which potentially has some anti-Semitic rhetoric in it. Now, I haven't seen it myself, but I know enough about the Hebrew Israelite ideologies to know some of the things that they have said in the past. So in response, Nike suspends his contract, which was probably already about to be up anyway, and then the Brooklyn Nets actually suspend him for several games until he completed this laundry list of demands. Now, let me read you guys these demands real quick. So here's that list that he had to complete before he could come back and play for the Brooklyn Nets. He has to apologize and condemn the movie. He has to go through sensitivity training and anti-Semitic training. He has to meet with the Anti-Defamation League and the Jewish leaders and basically kiss up to them. And then he has to meet with the owner of the Brooklyn Nets and basically demonstrate and explain to them that he understands where he went wrong. Now, my problem with this list is the fact that they don't want you to have your own mind. It's like you have to think and operate and be in line with everything that we believe in, or you cannot work with us. And that's not cool, because they telling you, hey, nah, free thought is not accepted here. And that's why I'm hoping that he chooses to go to a smaller company that will allow him to be himself. He doesn't have to walk on eggshells, you know what I mean? And they coming down on Kyrie as if he is the executive producer of this film and getting some kind of kickback. Nobody's getting paid off of this film besides the creator and Jeff Bezos, but nobody's going over to Amazon saying, hey, y'all need to take this down. This is hate speech. We're going to cancel you. No, they only worried about people that look like this. I'm sorry. This is the common denominator right here. And it's not cool, man, because, you know, we have to draw the line somewhere. Where do we draw the line? Just because something has, let's just say, 10% hate speech, right? It may be 10% racism, but it may be 90% self-empowerment. Do you discount and discredit the entire body of work? No. If that's the case, we got to take a closer look at the Bible, because the Bible speaks hatred. It condones slavery. It calls for the death of homosexuals. If you don't believe me, let's go to the Bible. Because if you remember, everybody, I mean, I'm talking about all of the sports commentators was calling him an idiot and saying he didn't belong in the league and he's going to cause his team a chance at a title. Ephesians 6:5, slaves, obey your earthly slave masters with respect and fear and with sincerity of your heart, just as you would obey Christ. They want you, the Bible is telling you to love the people who are enslaving you just like you love God. Now, if that ain't hate speech, I don't know what is. But let's go a little bit further. Let's do something a little bit more blatant, right? Let's look at Leviticus 18 and 20. You shall, wait, here we go. If a man lies with a man as he does with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination and shall be put to death. So not only does the Bible condone slavery, but it also calls for the death of homosexuals. But we're not going to get rid of the Bible, are we? So where do we draw the line? Now, if you're asking me, I believe that all of this stems from when he refused to get the vaccine, in 2020. I just didn't understand it, because it's like, wait, what happened to my body, my choice? But I get it. That's only when we're talking about getting rid of black babies. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. But I will say this. They hate to see people have their own mind. They hate to see people who can think for themselves and potentially encourage others to think for themselves, because they've lost control. So I hope this partnership with SIA Collective or Puma works out for him, because I just love to see the redemption story. Let me tell y'all the one mistake that Kyrie Irving really made. It's the same mistake that Kanye West made, same mistake that Nick Cannon made. That is, you can be a black man in this country and you can identify as anything you want. Okay? You can identify as a woman. Even my kids was telling me that they have children in their school that identify as furries, and these are animals, right? So when the teacher is like, hey, Johnny, what's the answer to number 3? This stupid motherfucker be like, and that teacher got to respect that. So in this country, you can identify as a woman, you can identify as a gerbil, you can identify as a damn exhaust pipe. But you better not part your black ass lips to say that you identify as Jew. All right? They gonna have your ass apologizing on every station. You gonna be apologizing on C-SPAN, on Fox News, on Cartoon Network. They have you gonna be apologizing on Netflix. Like them people gonna have you denouncing and disowning people and shit you ain't never heard or seen before. That's how serious this is. So, Lord, I know, like I said, I know this is not the kind of content that I'm used to putting out, but I hope you guys found value in it anyway. If you did, like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I release a new video. We're going to see y'all on the next go round. Peace.